Well, hello. Hello, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me or not. What comes out or not, this microphone. Got a new microphone. It is wireless. Um, but wanted to talk a little bit about the Edmonton Oilers. As you know, they had two epic games Friday night versus the Colorado Avalanche 6-2 win, and then a 4-2 win in Calgary at the Saddle Dome. As the Calgary Flames season, of course, is coming to a close. A lot of questions about Markstrom, Jacob Markstrom, what's going to happen there. But we're going to have an open panel. I am going to open this up, but I just want to say the best game was the Colorado Avalanche game, where the 6-2 victory was the best one. And then, but how about the Perry and Kane exchange on the bench where they got mad at each other? They're saying they put this behind them. They were like men, and they discussed it, and they're over it, and they're ready to focus on playoff-bound hockey. Um, I don't know about you. I don't know, but I see some more tension with Perry and Kane, and I'm hoping that the coaching staff can put them on separate lines, because if they continue to be on the same line, they're going to be chirping at one another. It's not going to help the team's morale, should I say, in that way. So what needs to be done is, I would say, split them up. Split them up. Let's be done with it. There's the link. If you want to come on up, hit that link. Come on in there. Let's talk about some hockey. I'm going to be talking about my beloved, fantastic Edmonton Oilers, as they are a great team. I have got these wireless microphones. Let me know in the chat if you can hear some sound. If you can hear some sound, let me know, because I would really love to know. I'm not sure, but I am going to. I wanting to know if it will. Here we go. I'm just going to try and pin this so that way we can know. But I want to know just exactly about pinning this thing here. If you could hear me, can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Okay. Pin message. There we are. It is pinned. There we go. There we are. It is pinned. Anybody that wants to come up, just hit that link. Come on in, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you can hear me. Not sure if somebody can give me a thumbs up or something like that in the chat, just to say, yes, we can hear you. But we are talking about the greatest Canadian hockey team, and that's the Edmonton Oilers. That is the Edmonton Oilers. They are the greatest hockey team. I think everybody should take out a membership and become an Edmonton Oilers fan. Two big games. They needed to beat Colorado. They needed to beat Calgary to win the series of Battle of Alberta. And they got a big test coming up. And the test is, of course, on Wednesday, when they play the Vegas Golden Knights. This is the team they're more likely going to challenge in the first round of the playoffs. To get to the next round, they need to beat Vegas. So they're going to need to bring the whole team together and have four lines. The defensemen, the goaltending, they're all going to have to be stellar if we're wanting to go and advance to second round, to round 2, round 3, and around any other round. Here's the problem. Now with the tension of Kane and Perry, the reporters are focusing on they're focusing on that particular segment, and to me that seems like a distraction to the team and the morale of the team. I'm quite curious wanting to hear what Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl think of this whole thing. It's being in newspapers, it's being on TSN, Sportsnet, you name it. They're talking about this fight. They're talking about online, on Facebook, on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it there, Instagram. And people are saying, does this bring down the Oilers as a team, or will this just make the team even stronger going forward? Now, Corey Perry's coming in. He's getting a pretty good chunk. He's helped the team. I would say, that Kane, he's played really good. He had a good game in Calgary. And I'm just wanting to know, does this bring down the team? If you are a fan or you are a player, whose side do you take? Do you take sides? Do you not take sides? That is the question. Because I'm very much curious as to what people would pick. I think it's important to know that we that me as a fan, I mean, I was like, what? And I'm going, is this really real? And I went on the net and I had to search it 2 or 3 times, trying to see the video. And I did. I saw it on YouTube. Somebody there showed the video of the Flames fighting. And I mean, not the Flames, but of Perry and Kane mixture on the bench there. I don't know if this is good for the team morale. I'll be right back there, just checking out dinner. You can still hear me, but if somebody can tell me, can you hear me? I'm not sure if you could pop it in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you know, I am indeed. Okay, coming back now. Does this make for a good team vibe, or can this push the team to a bad team vibe? And that's what I want to know. Um, when was the last time that a team that was saying they were Stanley Cup contenders, and they had 2 players fighting on the bench just before the playoffs? When did this last happen? That's what I want to know. That's the biggest question. That's the $1 million question. Because if the Oilers are going to call themselves Stanley Cup contenders, and they're wanting to be Stanley Cup contenders and win, where do we draw the line? Where does it draw the line? I mean, and when was the last time? Was it? I'm not sure. Was it Montreal Canadiens? It was some other team there when they had 2 players going at it there. Not quite sure. The only thing I know, we have got disgruntled people, disgruntled, and the coaching staff are now like curious as to what's happening. I don't know. I think this is a bad distraction. I think this is a bad distraction. That's what I think. Um, I don't know. I'm going to actually look up when the last time two teammates were fighting on the okay, same team. Okay, Harry and Kane, they were scrapping, and I've got an answer here. It said the last time it happened was with what it was Frank Musel and Eric Comte. Not sure what there were there, but Wanda, can you hear me? Is there sound? Because not sure. Yes, there should be sound. Okay, good, good. I just turned it up. Not sure. Hopefully you can hear me. If not, I did turn it up there. But the last time two teams, the same team, two teammates on the same team got into a brawl. That's what we want to know. And awesome. Am I nice and clear, Wanda? Am I great? Thank you. Thank you for that, Wanda. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the like button. Um, discussing because Saturday night there was a brawl with Perry and Kane on the bench. They literally had enough of each other. Apparently now they're saying it is repaired. They're fine. Put it behind them. I don't think it's good for the Edmonton Oilers, a team, the morale, the players, or anything like that. I think I think that it's bad, and it's going to bring a team's level down. And especially when they're trying to call themselves Stanley Cup contenders because they want to win the Stanley Cup so bad. But the other thing too is we have not heard from Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. So just your thoughts, Wanda. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see them on the bench there having words exchange? Um, the link is posted. Any of you that want to come on up, discuss hockey, more than happy to. Hit the link. Come on in. You're always welcome to come into my Oiler rink, as I like to call it. Everyone's welcome. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Um, I was busy working when I got home. Somebody said you got to see this. Perry and Evander Kane went at it, and yeah. But hey, we want to discuss it. I want to hear what your thoughts. Do you think? No, but it's fighting for the money. Well, yeah, I do see what you're saying there, Wanda. However, and you make a good point, but this is two teammates on the same team. And I know that they want what's best for Edmonton. And the thing is I mean, if you're a team member and you're seeing this, you're thinking, oh my God, what's next? I mean, are we going to have I mean, do you sit those two players out the next game and let them think about the horrible stuff that they did in Calgary, or do you play them? I mean, they said that they worked it out. I don't believe that they worked it out. I believe there's a much more because if you don't kibosh it now, in the playoffs, it's only going to get worse, and it's not going to be good for anybody, for that matter. Way that I look at this is I strongly oppose any type of fighting, whether or not if you're another team, if you're, I mean, you're both on the same team. You want to win that Stanley Cup. You want to win. There's no rhyme or reason why you should be fighting on the bench. And that's good. Wanda can hear me. That's awesome. Wanda is here, everybody. Wanda E. It's good to see you. I mean, that's my reasoning. That's my take. If I'm a coach, I think that that Nubs should have stepped in and said, "Hey guys, knock it off. We're on the same team. We've clinched. We're going to the playoffs. Let's just focus. Put it behind us. Move on." They're saying that's what happened. The coach didn't step in. They talked about it. They were laughing about it. But the reporters are now saying this is bad for the Edmonton Oilers' morale. Fans are questioning it. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Come on up. If you're lurking, please come on in. Make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the like. It helps the YouTube algorithm. You see this on a team, if it's your team, let's say the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it's two players, what do you think? If it's the Calgary Flames and it's two players, or it's the Vancouver Canucks and there's two players, what do you think? I mean, it could be any team. It could be Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver, the States teams. But what do you do in that particular thing? Do you bench them? Do you just say, let's move on? I don't know. I'm at a lost words as what we do with these two guys. We know that they both have personal issues. I get that. Help these guys because they have personal issues. They're good guys. But at the same time, they also have to realize you don't want to bring the team levels down. You want to bring their spirits up. You want to make sure they gut check. They go at it, and they give everything that they've got. Right? I mean, if you want to put away your opponent. You want to get the 4 games. You want to get 4 wins to send the other team home before they do that there. You don't want to go to a 7th game, but it's the morale. It's the morale. I got wireless headsets, so I'll be back. Just doing that. Yeah, it's the morale, and that's my intake. That's my take. Is the morale of the team is important. So the link is posted. Who's going to come on up? Who's going to come up? Who is going to talk some hockey? It doesn't matter if you're a Leafs fan, you're a Canucks fan, you're a Flames fan. I forgive you. I forgive you. Because you know why? In the end, Edmonton is the better team. If you're a Leafs, if you're a Toronto fan, or anything like that. So welcome. Come on in. Let's talk some hockey. I believe there was a gentleman who wanted to come a few streams ago there that wanted to talk about the Quebec Nordiques. And it would be lovely to talk about the Quebec Nordiques. I would love to see his knowledge about the Nordiques. I remember the Nordiques when they had a good team before moving to Colorado in 95, I believe it was 95, 96. Um, but no, fighting. Another thing, fighting, like actual fighting your opponent. Do you think that should be allowed? Now they're discussing whether or not the owners are going to have to decide if they want fighting in hockey. Or do we want to have basketball on ice? I mean, Gary Bettman was the commissioner of the NBA. So do we want basketball on ice or do we want I mean, what do we want? You guys decide. You guys have the direction of this conversation. You want to come on up here? Let's have a good chat. It's an open panel. It's Oilers, great hockey team. Everybody needs to join their fan club. They excellent merchandise. They got great running shoes. The colors are amazing. The cheerleaders are good looking. That's why I tune in is because of good looking cheerleaders. Of course, that's probably why most people like their hockey teams is because of the cheerleaders. But come on up. I've got water. If you got a drink of something, wine, pop, whatever, come on up. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Wasn't sure where to start, and I wasn't sure where to end. And I'm not sure exactly um, what to say. I mean, I'm in the middle. The way that I look at it is bench these two guys for a game, then let them figure it out, put them back in the lineup, and then maybe then. Um, although the next game is a crucial game, so maybe not that game, but if it continues, then maybe the game afterwards. Just saying. Just saying. The last game is on the 15th versus San Jose Sharks. There's speculation that Draisaitl and McDavid are going to be sitting out that game. There's also speculation they're going to be sitting out the Vancouver game, and they're going to be in the Phoenix game, the next two games, and then they're going to sit out and prepare for the playoffs. I know that there's a lot of people traveling for the Vancouver game, but it's I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? What's your take? The link is posted. The link is posted. Hit this link. Come inside. Hit the thumbs up on the way. It helps the YouTube algorithm and gets more people up here. And would love to hear what you all have to say. I am all ears. And very interesting there. I know one thing. I'll be dishing my dinner. I will be back though, so it won't take me that long to dish out my dinner. Maybe about just a couple of minutes there. But any of you that are in the chat, hit the button. Come on in, and I will put you up on screen when I get back. Yep. Evander Kane, Corey Perry, they had a disagreement Saturday night in Calgary at Saddle Dome. They were fighting on there. What if you're a coach, GM, or you're a player? Would a teammate on the same bench, would that bring your morale down? And that is exactly what I am talking about, trying to get to the bottom of. As is this good for the team? Is this bad for the team? They laughed it off after the game, saying that they settled it like big men and they're ready to move ahead and to try to hoist the Stanley Cup. Um, Me, I'm not sure how I would handle this. The only thing that I can say is I was in shock to know that it came from two players, two players um, from the same team. And that's what we're talking about. So you want to come on up and talk? Let's come on up. Come on up. Let's chat about this. Okay, I'm back. Dinner is here. Okay, who's still here? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Not sure. Is it still Wanda or is it somebody else? Or is it my favorite person, Mel? If I say his name 3 times, I wonder if he'll come out. Mel. Sure, his nap is over. Mel. Okay, good. Ooh. Uh get get some good sleep there, Wanda, and get better. I'm just getting my voice back, and make sure you hit the like button. See, I wasn't sure if it was you or Mel, because Mel does like my streams, and I thought, well, it could be him. Yeah, who knows? I got wireless. Wanda, you should become an Oiler fan. You should be an Oilers fan forever. Like me. The Oilers fan forever fan club. Yeah, you know, or the Oiler fan forever after dark. So whatever happens after dark happens. Yep. Well, I hope you're feeling well there, Wanda. And thank you very much for spending your Monday night with me. Um, Sending lots of warm wishes your way. Are you in Calgary? Curious, because that's a growing city. When I was there, it was sure growing. Um, you had some interesting Oh, okay. Okay. So your WHL team is the Tigers, Medicine Hat Tigers. I have a buddy just up the in the same building who's a huge Medicine Hat Tigers fan. That's your WHL. And I see that Alberta's joining the BCHL. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to stay out too much longer, but I'm just going to say to everybody, this is a big question. Yeah, yeah. And the big question is Evander Kane, Corey Perry had some heated words on the bench. And does that mean that, I mean, we haven't heard from the big guys. The coach says he's not going to get involved. It's between those two. Those two players said that they're done. They're not fighting. I don't think so. I think this could boil over. Something in the playoffs major could happen. I think this could bring the morale of the whole team down. Um, I um, I don't think he should be fined. Why? I think he should have got in the middle of this and said, "Knock it off, boys. We're in the middle of a game. Talk about it after the game. Go for a beer and some wings and talk about it." That's what I think should have happened. I think the coach should have interfered. He didn't. Now it's on TSN every 30 seconds. You hear, oh, Kane and Perry fighting on the bench. And I'm getting sick of it. And I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about that. And I want to know. I want to know. Tell me what should have happened. Me, I think, like Wanda, I think he should have kept them in line, told them to go talk it over for some wings and beers, keep it off the ice because the team is wanting to go far in the playoffs. They're wanting to host Lloyd Stanley, um, trying to. They've been close. They're going to have a tough opponent in the Vegas Golden Knights. They're not an easy team. It's not going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be a lot different, but more structure. And I just think that they could leave the differences aside and focus on the team winning. If that's the model is winning, then leave the fighting outside the arena. Unless, of course, if it's another player, and you're going to stick up for the other player, absolutely. Till then, don't be fighting your own players. It's not a good habit. It's not a good thing. And the link is posted. Anybody that wants to come up to discuss it, come on up. Let's chat about it. I'm quite curious to hear what others have to say. If not, in a good minute or so, I'm going to close the stream down. I'm going to enjoy my dinner, and I'm going to tune into tonight's stream. There's a lot happening, a lot on the go. I am preparing tomorrow night on my Groovy channel. There's a book author that I am interviewing, so make sure you tune into that. It'll be awesome. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Pacific time. 7 Mountain, 9 o'clock Eastern. And that's tomorrow night. It's a book author on my Groovy channel. No one seems to be coming up. Thank you, everybody. Good night, Wanda. Hopefully you feel better. Much love. Make sure you hit that button. I'm going to shut the stream down. Nobody seems to want to discuss about the Flames. So have a good night, and we'll see you on the next stream. And will there be more? Because there's playoffs coming around the corner. Good night, everybody.